Thank you for coming. Okay, that's more like it. Thanks everyone. Let me introduce to you Wesley Wong, Master Printer. Big hand. My objective today of putting you on the stage is to help demystify. I want to make it easy for people to understand. I want to make the art of printing simple to understand, to take the next step so that we are all brave enough to print something.
Printing is something not just about megapixel. Let's try to understand printing, right? So what goes into this image is a combination of the whole system, from optics to post-processing and the printing technology. So it has to start with an image, right? So the image is captured with optics.
Right, good optics to start with.
Good optics to start with. Yeah, so you cannot create details which are not there. So just like, for example, when you print a letter, if your grammatical error is there, what you get on the laser printer is all there as well, right? The printer does exactly that. So you must start off with a very good image.
Sure.
Let's start off with. Now, the pitfalls starts when people start to bring the image into the editing environment. That's where all hell breaks loose.
So
I'm quite surprised they didn't choose question number 9 because that's like the single most important topic, sharpening. There are cases where files are sent to me, large files from very good cameras, and I just advise the client that you cannot go for the size that you wanted. He said, why? I use 5D mark. Whatever, you know. Are you kidding me? It's
I use the H4D, you know.
Yeah, whatever it is. But I said, sir, your files, the pixel is gone.
Yeah.
I said, what do you mean gone?
What you're actually trying to say is that he did a crap job.
He sharpened it so much that he literally blasted the pixel in layman terms. So it's gone. The pixel purity, the crispness of the pixel is not there anymore. Right? It's done in such a way that unintentionally, I would say. Okay. Because the ignorance of sharpening. The pixel, when you print it that big, you're going to see all the flaws in that image.
Okay. Now, let me remind you always, these are settings. Settings have a reason. They are there as a guideline. It's not there as an absolute. Don't apply the same thing to everything.
Yeah, right. Really? Because what I did not tell you is that it depends on your kind of image.
That's quite evil, right?
You can either win the prize from me or you sign up over there. There are 3 kinds of images, as you know, in photography. There are low frequency images, there are medium frequency images, and there are high frequency images.
I think you lost me there. Yeah. Can you describe what frequency? Okay. I mean, this is not radio frequency. I can explain it very clearly. I can explain, like portrait work are typically low frequency images. That means you are more concerned about edge sharpness. You do not want to bring out all the micro contrast, all the micro sharpness of a person, right? Although, yeah, you see a lot of details on this model space, but it is not deliberately brought up. You do not want to do that. Okay. So typically, okay, for portrait works, for portrait images, you consider them as low frequency images. Medium frequency is quite the norm. Streets, a bit of still life, whatever, and so on. High frequency images are almost all the time landscape, where you have a lot of fine micro details that you want to bring up. That explains a lot.
It's the other way around of portrait, right? You do not want to bring up the pores here, but you want to bring out every leaves in the tree. So that's what you call high frequency images. So that's where the radius setting kind of shift.
Anybody other software that you use? Sorry?
Instagram is not a raw converter. It doesn't read raw files. All these raw converters, if you were to just run through the same file and you convert it on screen, you will get 3 different results. Well, thanks to Canon. In fact, I was very happy when this print came out of the Canon image prograph 8300 printer. It's amazing. Yeah.
There's 2 things here. One is that if you're not hosting the image, then you're actually going to find that you know, whatever hosting service you're going to use has compressed the hell out of it. It's changed the color space. Everything looks weird. So there's no point having a fantastically wide gamut when nobody can see it. And the second thing is, you don't know what other people are looking at in terms of their monitors. There's no reference point. And you know, this brings us back to the point of important perfect calibration and you know, making sure that when I see red, you're actually seeing red as well. So there is that element of presentation as well. But from a printing point of view, basically you want to keep as much information as possible before sending it to the printer, because you don't know how the printer is going to translate the information you've given it into, whatever it does with the inkjet nozzles and the inks and, whatever 12 different ink tanks it's got. So, what was this printed from? I don't know about it. No, was it a TIFF? Was it a JPEG? What file did I use? That was the quick one I gave you on Friday. Yeah, so this was printed from a JPEG. I think if we actually did a little bit more work and I gave you the original Photoshop file,
it might have looked even better.
It will look even better. And I agree with Wesley when he says that there's a lot more latitude to enlarge this print. I have prints which are, I would say, at the pixel level, files at the pixel level which are not quite as crisp as this because of diffraction trade-offs against depth of field. Some of my clients use it to cover the side of their boutiques. So that's like 9 feet high and 12 feet wide.
And it shows very quickly.
Yeah, it shows very, very quickly. But the thing is, it's not a limited viewing distance, right? You actually can go all the way up to the wall and go, oh.
Yeah.
It has to be smooth. So
sometimes I go around and
you look at all the posters and you go, pixelated, sRGB.
Yeah, over sharpened here. Thanks, right. Victor. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you.
One of the most soft-spoken guy. He don't speak a lot. Yeah, Kevin is
he's the owner of this photo.
He took this photo and he sent it to me just when I was about to make a print. And he was the year 2008 Hasselblad Master. The first ever Malaysian Hasselblad Master. So,
wait, Kevin. You're not done yet.
Okay, from this print,
can you tell us a little bit about how you capture the image? Just give a few minutes. If you want in Mandarin as well, we will translate for you. Hi, you're Kevin. Where are you from?
I'm from JB.
And how did you achieve your Hasselblad? I was just kidding. We'll talk about that another day. Maybe do you want him back behind the lens? Okay. Just in 3 or 4 sentences, what did you do to capture this image? 你讲一点给我们听。Lighting or your capture process, and then we'll translate for Mandarin for you.
Actually, I'm not prepared.
No, that's the whole idea. 讲一点吗?
Okay, the lighting is simple. Actually, it's one man light just right in front of the object, and the other will be at the back for the object.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Someone who does commercial work, we always struggle with this. You want to bring out that kind of Ferrari red, but the printer, like offset or pre-press technology, just cannot give you that kind of pop-out red because of the gamut. So you're going to struggle with both. So what they do is that they laminate it, they UV, they put it on acrylic, things like that, just to make it pop. Right? So CMYK is still very much used today in the printing industry by and large, especially the commercial printers, offset printers. Yeah. Thank you.